weather's quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
The the body are nothing contrasted to the... Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire. See that giant glowing structure in the distance there? That's the Archive's main entry point. However, I'd caution you to give it a wide berth. The Archive's under Protectorate control, and they mean to keep it. You'll not gain access without serious military support. For every problem, a solution. That's the Order way. Though if we were capable of retaking the Archive, I assume we would have done it by now. Never hurts to ask, though. Ultimately, it's the leadership's call. I find it best to keep my eyes on my own paper. Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
Your proposed time frame. Happy to chat for 0.07 seconds. Oh, time's up. Bye.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Have you at least determined the cause of the avalanche? Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized. Must be a sign. The Protectorate's latest action clearly runs counter to the plan. Mark my supposition. It's only a matter of time until the Colder wants to take back the archive.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one. Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of Elizabeths in the area.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say whip. Don't mind me.
It appears we've dealt with all of them. Oh, that was a close one.
Please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Another object, just gone. Excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization. It's fine, but all the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted, but in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Observe. On rare occasion, the plan provides 2 unknown... Oh, damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Failing Hurry! Assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last state change. Is that indicative of the properties of the rift or of the device?
I can tell we have little crossover of interest.
Fascinating. It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift, but it somehow maintains its position in space relative...
Captain. I fear I have a confession to make.
Now you're stealing my valuable time as well. Stand pat and return your ill-gotten goods. Stop! Fleeing a crime is also a crime.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
sir. The extra food drop has landed somewhere. No time to conversate.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook?
Spare me
Really sure
yourself,
that's the
bitch.
foundation of your fundamentals.
Do I look approachable? Because
Hey,
I'm not.
you there. Got a minute?
That bridge has seen better days.
Proceeding to attack. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Go for torpification.
Auntie Cleo says the universe is... Yeah!
I seriously question the structural integrity of that.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Torpificator at ready status.
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the front lines of
Welcome, big spender.
I'm open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archives?
Clearly, they've added more automatics, turrets. I believe they have... The scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night.
Are we looking forward to your inevitable acquisition and...
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Passive unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Medical support! Stun weapon ready, Commander. Medics, please.
So, I'm trapped. Messages to the Order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Last now. Spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
Investigating hostile intentions.
a distraction.
You could flow, Commander.
Proceeding to attack.
Capacitor out. Standing by to stupefy.
Got eyes on some locals.
How are you still upright over there?
Attack me.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Don't make me bury another agent! Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal. Going out of sight.
Resorting to violence. Before it discharges.
hostile intentions.
Commander, watch your...
Reviving me is in everyone's best interests. Free energy if you can reach it. Ratcheting up my aggression. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Reviving me is strategically optimal. Hostilities are afoot. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Resorting to violence. Stun
Commander. Critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Hell of a fight took place here. Guessing the Protectorate won. Try to limit further damage,
So, you folk just drop into a war zone, find an empty building, and set up shop?
Let me know if anything catches. Let me know if you're looking for anything in particular.
handle this.
Do not refuse medical support.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. How are you still upright over there?
Investigating hostile intentions. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Reason's pass is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado.
Mobile, consider self-preservation a priority.
Enemy has been
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Wait, that's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these homeheads show up. you're here. Yes. Should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items. I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Things were left in a...
It was somewhat complicated, even by order standards. Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anaïs Boujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anaïs Boujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
You can call me Niles. Rest isn't important just now.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes, she is.
Oh, you know clandestine sorts like Marisol. Always so slow to warm. I am an unredacted file. If you have any questions, ask away. She's mentioned the little spook show we used to work at, right? I was an analyst in predictive risk assessment. She was, in the field, as it were. Solving the universal equation is the ultimate purpose of every member of the Order. Our express remit was to identify events that could delay or derail that.
Once an issue was identified, I'd be assigned to address it.
At a certain point, I became one of her assignments. I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the presumed requirements to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations, filling in certain blanks. Trillions. Theoretically, it would hurry the process along so it could be solved in our lifetime, but it was unorthodox, risky if taken too far. I knew the Council would judge it mathematical heresy, so I attempted to work in secret. Eventually, I was discovered, excommunicated, sent here.
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply disappeared somewhere along the way.
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly. Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronic assistance. Wouldn't advise it, but I've been here on my own for decades, and I remain a reasonable statistician. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed, and there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. I mean, microbes, mantisaurs. Saltuna might make it, the resistant little buggers. But anything capable of higher-order thinking would be gone. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations were destroyed years ago.
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Poof. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Auntie's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Perhaps we'll see each other again sometime.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Guns cocked and loaded. Hit the six.
Proceeding to attack. further damage, Commander.
Over here! We hold him ahead! Hey! Got a distraction!
Yeah! Fortificator at ready status.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up!
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Oh, you have my back.
If you're not a go-getter,
Ever read the
go
Middle
away.
Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
Huh. Who's this now?
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box. Hold that thought. Put it in a memo.
Schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me.
Whew. Septic ulcers are barking today.
Auntie's Choice welcomes you to Forward Operating Base 136, Future Consumer. You should take care in this hostile climb. Risks include inclement weather, hostile animals, risk of collateral damage, leaking uranium, artillery, shrapnel, frostbite, cave-ins, hypothermia, cultists, landmines, long falls, gangrene, damaged electrical equipment, and insect bites. It appears to be a box of boot components. They should have been delivered to the quartermaster assigned to the camp guarding the elevator up to the archive. Don't expect me to help you with delivering them. Don't worry your puzzler, or apply for hazard pay. It's stable. You're seeing the carcass of one of Auntie's large tonnage cargo ships. It was hauling ammo for us. Unfortunately, not anymore. Keep your lamps open if you plan on traversing the terrain east of here. The scrappers have infested the debris field. You never know. That's enough for rote greetings. You're not a feckless civilian, or you would have died halfway here, so I'll speak plainly. Cloisters aside, I want off-planet yesterday, with my extremities intact, and that necessitates aid. You do my work for me, I can pay. Some Protectorate jackanapes are holed up on some main routes near here, thereby separating us from the rest of our force. Remove them by any means. Preferably by killing them and scattering their remains to the winds, but so long as they're gone, I don't much care. Good. I'm glad I put my faith in someone who can accomplish what needs doing. Here's your reward. Now get along. I'm as likely to be buried alive by my paperwork as the snow outside.
Hey, you there. I got a job that needs doing if you've got the time. It pays, of course. I need help finding some lost supplies. Well, I'll be. That's them, all right. Can I offer you a finder's fee for asset recovery? Great. And here is one standard miscellaneous Type 2 short-term contractor one-time assistance fee. Pleasure doing business with you.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders
Trooper.
of witchcraft lay
Hayes.
ahead. So do
Hayes,
stay
can
on the
you
road.
hear me?
Hey, your family is depending on you. You gotta shake off these vapors, man, and clear
Has
your
anyone
head.
seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves in Sector 13, but it doesn't seem he's made his return.
Nah, but I wouldn't worry. Jack may be a bullhead, but he's got enough sense to make it back before
I'm out of
dark.
ideas. Should we try slapping?
Whoa there, go-getter. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team's presently occupying these premises, but haven't fully brought them to heel, per se. Say, you look like some sort of rogue former member of the Order. Maybe you could tell us what this place is supposed to be.
Me? Part of the Order? Oh, no, dear. I assure you I simply share their love of sweeping cloaks and sciencey-looking accessories. I shall update my wardrobe to avoid such confusion.
Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what it was used for. As far as we can tell, Order's been cleared out for some time. If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. Well, consider me even more intrigued by your presence. Heard hints this place was some sort of off-the-books research operation, which of course we of Auntie's Choice simply delight in. The Order left some fairly formidable security in one building. Mention that in case the prospect of certain death may inspire you to unburden yourself. That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Good luck with that. Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. Whatever's stored inside must really be something. At some point, we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. Uh-huh. Sure you will. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers and maybe use them for a shield. Alternately, if you manage to find anything marketable, probably be game to barter for it later. Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way. God,
Got some test sprats volunteering to jump into that meat grinder, I see.
Oh, appear to need something. Hope you brought the bits to back that up. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice finest, and some well-built order items, scavenged from this very facility. Just don't mention where it came from.
This is one big death trap. Yeah, be my guest.
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen. Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Burn-down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent. Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure. Let's out past the barrier over there.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that fence. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours.
Someone there? Hello?
Soon became
Help!
known as brain
Please!
puzzlements. My personal productivity was quite adversely affected by the mather. I still see it sometimes when I close my eyes.
Thank you.
Finally locked
Thank
them
you.
away to keep from
This is a
engaging
mistake.
with me. Unfortunately, copies were smuggled out and distributed far and wide, leading to the oft-cited equational delay incident.
Phew. Well, that's a relief. Didn't think I'd ever get free. Don't have to tell me twice. This is all the bits I have on me. Not much, but thanks. I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
You're young and spry. You can handle that. Thank you. This is a mistake. You're young and spry. You can handle that.
I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
We'll stay here. Who left this vent open? Security around here was tighter in my day. Did I read that correctly? Seemed concerning.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got company in the form of an Auntie's Choice patrol. Seems their representative wishes to parley.
Don't shoot! Like she said, I'm just here to talk. No, we're not exactly friends at present, but, temporary truce, perhaps? Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing to offer a mutually beneficial arrangement. Why, you did indeed. And we are exceedingly grateful for it. Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the research stored here. But cataclysmic ends, which I presume you're here to destroy, don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last trace. But let us keep the rest, and you'd benefit as well.
The idea of any Order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a rigorous refusal, as in no witnesses.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Oh, nothing particularly heinous. We may conceivably utilize some information in the possible formation of potential new products. No harm to you, or anyone.
Can't really predict how Auntie's Choice would market heretical miscellany, but I could easily foresee them rushing detrimental cognitive enhancers to market.
Consider it a deal. No need to shake, as I've taken the liberty of making a quasi-legally binding surreptitious transcription. Or will claim to have later. If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no more visitors. Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.
If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
Well then, that seems sufficiently carbonized, cinderized. No half measures from the Order. Say what you will about them, but they are nothing if not thorough.
Excellent. Well, a deal's a deal. Meet me downstairs after you're done here, and we'll settle up.
And all Auntie's Choice receives from it all are some distractful diversions. Well, that should decimate Auntie's Choice productivity for the foreseeable future. Nicely done.
My original notes and research are burnt to a crisp. It's over, finally.
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there. Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
to go on and live your life. Around other people, not holed up in a dilapidated shack. We'll settle the rest.
You can't possibly expect to leave me behind again without a fight.
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it? We still need to get out of here first.
Pleasure doing business with you. I can't wait to monetize this brain puzzle garbage.
Be sure to try it. Should be right engaging. For anyone with a little gray in their upper story.
Huh. Maybe I will at that. We deeply appreciate your assistance in further expanding the ever-growing Auntie's Choice proprietary insight catalog. Be seeing you. Suppose this is goodbye. No. I recognize that look in Marisol's eyes. There's nothing for it. Been interesting to see you. Before I forget, I meant to give you this. Little something I made.
So we're good? You and I. Everything... settled?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but good as ever. Don't think I don't see what you're doing with all this, though. You've always been who you are, but you weren't you for decades. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Because saving the universe is easier than confronting yourself. Whoever you are now, whoever you're going to be, just take care. Don't be a stranger.
Goodbye, Anais. Appreciate your support. Been a spell since I could rely on anyone like that. Though, suspect that's my own damn fault. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. May all your problems precede solutions.
Time to see if the rumors about this place are true.
Smart researchers patronize the scienticians' symbol.
Never would have guessed the Order had all this space available, given what we saw at Matriarch's Mercy. Wonder why they're not moving folks in.
Agent, over here. Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
A visitor. It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. I'm glad we're in accord. The presiding bishop's leadership allows the Order to act in Arcadia's best interest. Without her, we would be nothing. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than machines. Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt. It is indeed a good deal. But we can return to your initial point. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any come-by-chance outsider. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first. Then we may discuss the rest. To the point. Very well. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
Commander, watch your back!
Commander, throwing energy your way. Investigating hostile intentions. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Ready to waste on your command.
only we had a device for closing rifts, like the one we found on Praetor. Gorpificator is charged. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Hostile in proximity. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Medic, free! Thank you, dear.
Show yourself. Find them.
Hostilities are afoot. Capacitor unit away.
I got eyes on some loot.
Don't mind me.
Joining the fire. location. Commander, throwing energy your way. Torpificator at ready status. Wait! The Protectorate have the entrance to the archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan?
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate...
Not a bad start, but we should consider calling down backup, too. Many hands make for light... slaughter. Happily.
Feeling distracted?
Currently restricted. Keep moving.
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal is properly placed. The Protectorate soldiers guarding the crash site are unlikely to let you close, unless something else is made to arrest their attention. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
Function F to the end equally are starting 10. Function
Caffeine is proven to lead to many positive health and research outcomes.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please.
Hello, layperson.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Welcome back. Changed your mind, invigorating your day with a conviction? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me. One day soon, you will evolve beyond an inappropriate attachment to material possessions and at last be free to acquire that which most eludes you: wisdom. Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, anywhere else in Arcadia, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost unfeasible, wouldn't you say?
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Excellent question. I've been wondering the same thing. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point, perhaps?
Something your fractions should never be.
Yeah. You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. Moderate your volume, please! No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it Perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? One more thing before you leave. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.